There was a time when this prayer was all he could say: God, please, just do this one thing. He prayed it in the morning. He whispered it at night. He cried it when no one was watching. It was the prayer that carried his tears, his fear, his hope. And then one day, God answered. But strangely, after the answer came, the prayer stopped. He was a young man just trying to survive life. Bills were piling up. Doors were closing. Uncertainty was everywhere. He prayed for a job. He prayed for peace. He prayed for help. He promised God everything. I'll serve you. I'll testify for you. I'll never ever forget what you did. Every breakthrough testimony he heard felt personal because he was that desperate. God wasn't just an option back then. God was his lifeline. Then suddenly it happened. The call came. The door opened. The burden lifted. The job, the healing, the provision, the sheer relief. God came through right on time. And for a moment, there was pure joy. There were tears of gratitude. But slowly, something changed. Life became comfortable again. Prayers became shorter. Thanksgiving became occasional. His desperate dependence on God turned into a quiet independence. It wasn't because he stopped believing in God, but because he stopped remembering what it felt like to need him so badly. The prayer that once kept him on his knees became a testimony he rarely revisited. He didn't outright say, God, I don't need you anymore. He simply lived like it. And that's how spiritual forgetfulness so often begins. You see, forgetfulness isn't always rebellion. Sometimes it's just relief. When the pain leaves, the urgency leaves with it. When the pressure lifts, the intensity of our gratitude can fade. Scripture actually warns us about this, saying, "When you have eaten and are full, be careful that you do not forget the Lord." The danger isn't that God stops blessing us, it's that we stop acknowledging the blesser. Answered prayers can quietly replace our devotion if thanksgiving isn't intentional. One day, something small went wrong. And suddenly, the young man found himself praying again with the same desperation he had before. And that when it hit him, I only run to God when I'm empty, but I forget him when I'm full. His heart broke not out of fear of punishment, but out of the simple, painful realization of his neglect. Gratitude is not just a reaction, it's a discipline. Don't let the blessing replace the relationship. Remember the nights you cried. Remember the prayers you begged. Remember the God who carried you through it all. Let's practice giving thanks not only when we need Him, but especially when we don't, because a thankful heart is what keeps the door open for even more of His grace. Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this.